Here are my top 6 lessons from past 2 years of journaling that I wish someone told me when I started. Let's start with the very basics. Journaling is making a record of your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. That's it. No more, no less. That's the simplest definition of journaling. You don't have to complicate it any more than that. Before I started, I used to think that journaling is this very serious deal and you have to do it with a fountain pen for 1.5 hours straight. But 2 years down the line, it's become this chill and comforting habit that I'm not so uptight about. Now, let's understand how to journal. Some people ask me,
Pati, can I journal on my notes app in my phone?
and my answer to that is no. Please, no. No, but in all seriousness, there's not any hard and fast rule. It really depends on what your goal is with journaling. I'll talk more about it in lesson 4. But I highly suggest that you journal using a pen and paper. Even tablet and a pen works the same. There is some magic that happens when you use your hand to write and journal that is missed out when you use a keyboard in terms of the benefits of journaling. There are different types of journaling that have separate benefits. Before looking at the benefits, here are the 5 types of journaling that I've discovered. The first one is free writing. Free writing is when you sit with a pen and paper and just write like a madman whatever comes from within, without any filters or consideration for shit. The first time I tried it, I was angry at being humiliated and I just wrote and wrote in my anger till my hands didn't stop. And I felt so relieved, it was almost like I was floating. The second one is what I call Greek philosopher journaling. In this, you make a daily record of what happened in your day. So, your thoughts, your feelings, the occurrences. The way I personally use it is at the end of every year, I sit down with my journal and I go through all the ups and downs and I reminisce over it. Sometimes I just pick a random day and I read what was going through my mind on that day. The third one is gratitude journaling. There are multiple ways to do gratitude journaling, but the one that I love the most and I do personally daily before sleeping is what one of my coaching clients call the questions that matter. Every day before sleeping, I answer these 3 questions. What one win did I collect today? What is the one thing that made me smile today? And what is the one thing that I'm grateful for from today? It's easy to discount this technique, but personally, having experienced its benefits, it's just beautiful. The fourth one is brain dump. Brain dump is similar to free writing, but the way I use it is before sitting for work, if I want to boost my productivity, I'll just dump whatever is going on my mind on a piece of page. So things like what I have to do, my ideas, commitments, if anything's bothering me, I just flush it out on a piece of paper. The fifth is morning pages, and this one's super interesting. I discovered this as I was researching for this video. It's from the book The Artist's Way from Julia Cameron. But I heard about it from this guy, and it can become almost like a spiritual practice for you. I personally haven't tried it, but I understand the principles beneath it, and I can see it being supremely effective. Morning pages is every morning just writing for 20 minutes. Writing whatever comes to your mind naturally without any pauses. You can even include things like and I don't know what to write. And then once you're done writing, just going through whatever you wrote to underline any patterns or things that are important to you. Now let's discuss how exactly all of these types benefit you. Rewriting acts as a catharsis. It helps you become more self aware. It brings up and processes the emotions and thoughts that need and want and are craving for your attention. It, in fact, also improves your physical health. So, when students in a university were asked to write about their deepest thoughts and emotions about a traumatic event, their visits to the doctors reduced by 50%, as opposed to the students who were just asked to write what happened in that traumatic incident. Greek philosopher journaling helps you track your life like a Greek philosopher. Because I believe that in the end, all we're gonna have is our memories. And I can personally vouch for how fun it is to go back to the past and see what was going on that day. When I'm recapping and going through my year, I also make a top 10 highlights of that year. And again, like I said, going through the ups and downs and whatever happened in that year, is just one of the most ecstatic, fun, joyful experiences for me. The questions that matter makes me more happier, present to the moment, and really appreciate life more. It's really beautiful because it helps me look for three lovely things that happened in my day in the subjectively worst of the days. It really helps me prime my focus and perspective before I go to bed every day. Brain dump helps me become more productive. Once you have everything on the page out of your mind, it gives you a direction and removes the unnecessary chatter that helps you focus. And finally, the morning pages gives you all the answers that you need. It's based on the premise that your unconscious mind already knows everything that you need to know. It has every answer that you need at all times. And these morning pages helps you bring those answers up from within to the surface and to your awareness. All these benefits brings me to the next lesson. You don't need to be an amazing writer and write for 1 hour straight to experience the benefits of journaling, or even do it for a long period of time. You'll witness things like emotional release and being happier the very first time you do free writing and gratitude journaling. And journaling is for you even if you don't like writing. You can make audio journals. Some of the people I know don't like writing, and that's fine. As long as you're getting your thoughts and emotions out of you, even if it's on the recorder on your phone, it's a form of journaling and you'll receive all the benefits I mentioned above. Although, still, I believe pen and paper are superior. Which brings me to the favorite way I use journaling. If you follow this channel, you're aware that I'm a huge advocate of boredom. It has single handedly made me more creative, more productive, more self aware, helped me process my emotions, and beat overthinking. So instead of immediately opening social media when I have 42 seconds at my disposal, what I do is I just chill and sit with my thoughts and emotions. And if on some days I really want to get the most juice out of it, what I do is I sit with my pen and paper and I write down whatever important themes, ideas, thoughts, emotions that come up from within. I call this boredom pro. This helps me get the important thoughts, notes, and ideas on a piece of paper before they just vanish in the void and I forget them. And it also helps me process some strong emotions and thoughts that are bothering and pestering me. It helps me process them and get comfortable with them. Journaling is just a tiny part of this entire holistic system I made up to transform your life. So, if you want to unleash your true potential in 2025, you can click here.